If you're new here, welcome. This is lesson 6 in my Excel for Beginners series, where I teach Excel slowly and clearly without overwhelm. So far in this series, you've learned what Excel is and what it is used for, how to understand cells and other Excel components, how to enter data correctly, formatting your data, and save your files properly. This may look like small steps, but together they form the foundation of real Excel skills used in admin, offices, and entry-level roles. Yes. And in today's lesson, we are going to learn how to sort and filter data in Excel, tools that help you organize information quickly and find exactly what you need without stress. I have also attached the practice data set used in this lesson in the description box, so you can follow along and practice as you watch. Imagine having 200 rows of data and needing just one result. That's exactly what sorting and filtering are used for. And the best part is we won't be using formulas at all. Sorting and filtering are simple tools every beginner can use. They move you one step closer to working confidently with Excel. Yes. Let's quickly touch base on what sorting and filtering mean. Now, sorting means rearranging your data in a specific order. You can sort text from A to Z or from Z to A. You can also sort numbers from the smallest to the largest and from the largest to the smallest, as well as dates from the oldest to the newest and vice versa. Now, sorting changes the order, but it does not change the data. So filtering. Filtering means hiding data you don't want to see right now. The data is not deleted, it's just hidden. So let me show you exactly what I'm talking about. We are going to be starting from how to sort and clear. And we're going to be doing this in the most data friendly and safe way. So under how to sort, we're going to be doing a few things based on our table. And one of the things we'll be doing is we're going to be sorting names from A to Z and Z to A. And then the next thing we're going to be doing is we're going to be sorting scores from smallest to the lowest and vice versa. Then the next one, which is the third one and the final one we'll be doing on sorting, is to sort dates from the oldest to the newest and vice versa. And I'm going to be showing us two ways to navigate our sort function. And before you can sort, the first thing you want to do is to place your cursor on any part of the cell within your data. Now, the first way we can navigate our sort is once we have clicked inside our data or clicked on any cell, we come up here. It's already on data. And then we come under the data. There's a sort function here. We have the A to Z and the Z to A. Now, what this A to Z means is from the lowest down to the highest, or alphabetically from A, B, C up to Z, and here from Z, Y up to A. This sorting can also mean descending and ascending. But when it's from A, it's ascending down to Z, which is descending, which is A is also the lowest and Z is the highest. From here is descending to ascending, which is from the largest to the smallest. So it depends on the use case. If it goes alphabetically, that means we're sorting alphabetically, like A, B, C, D. And if it's number, that means we're sorting from the lowest to the highest here, and from the highest to the lowest here. And if it's date, that means from the newest date to the oldest date, and from the oldest date to the newest date. Now, we want to sort names from A to Z and from Z to A. Now let's go into our data and even see what it looks like. Now the name, this is the header name, and we want to sort the column A. If you look at the first text here, Xavier, started from X, followed by F, Faith, Paula, Tina, Bella, and the likes. So this is not in a structured format, right? So this is just scattered alphabet. It's not even in ascending or descending order. This is a mix. So what we want to do right now is to sort our name from A to Z, from A to Z. So what we are going to do is we're going to click on the Xavier, which is the first name on the list, because I'm trying to capture this Xavier, the first name down to the last one. And in order to capture Xavier from here to the down part, it's better for us to use something, some buttons, like some keys like Control plus Shift plus downward arrow. Now this do not be scared, this downward arrow is towards the bottom right of your keypad, where you have the page up and page down, end and home. So the page down is the downward arrow, just like you want to scroll down. So if you come here, if you click Xavier and you click on your Control Shift just once, it will take you down to the last data, which is row 27. So what you want to do now is come to where the data is and just click the A to Z. Now if you come back, Xavier that was there is no longer Xavier. It is now Adam, Bella, Chris, Diana, Ethan, Faith, George, and the likes. Now still on our name, let's go to Z to A. Now that we have sorted this, now we have Zach, Yvonne, Xavier, Wendy, Victor, Uche, and the likes. That is how you can sort your data from A to Z, especially when you want to sort according to the alphabet or the letters. Now we are done with this one. Now the next thing we want to do is to sort scores from the smallest to the lowest and vice versa. Now we are here, and then currently we have 78 making the top list, but we are not sure if it's the lowest or if it's the highest, right? Sorting help us to answer questions like, can I know the top 10 or top 5 highest scores so far, or top 5? And so what we're going to do, we're going to repeat the action here, where we are going to we're going to press on our keyboard Control plus Shift plus downward arrow. So I'm just going to click on 78, which is the first one. Click Control Shift downward arrow. So I'm currently on the last one. And what am I going to do? Still under the data, I'm gonna come here and I want to sort from what? From the lowest to the highest, or from the smallest to the largest. So now we have 65. If we scroll down, the highest is giving us 96, right? Now it's now time to flip it over. You know, remember I said vice versa. So we want to now do from the, okay, there's a mistake here. Sort from the smallest to the largest, not lowest. Okay, and then we want to flip it back from the lowest to the highest. Now I'll click the first one and then Control Shift downward arrow, and I come here to sort. So this also means I have sorted it from descending order. So it's descending from the highest down to the lowest. Now my 96 is here. I bet the lowest one will be 65. So we just flipped it around. So that is sorting our scores from the smallest to the largest. Now let us sort our dates from the oldest to the newest. Right now, the date, the year, so far I can see the years are 2024, which is okay. It's still gonna sort it by the month and by the dates. So what do we want to do? Remember, you click on the first one, then you Control Shift downward arrow. What do we want to do? We want to sort from the oldest, right, to the newest. So we're gonna do it this way. Now if you notice here, 2024, which month is this? October 31st. This is followed by the next highest, or the oldest date rather, which is 2024 August 30th. Let's scroll down to check our newest dates. Our newest date here is May 1, 2024. Now we want to now see the newest date. The same thing I will do is to click Control Shift downward arrow and then go from the newest to the latest. Now we have our 1st of May 2024 here. This is how to sort. Remember I said there's two ways to navigate our sort function, and the first way I showed us is to click anywhere in the cell in the data and then go to data and then sort. Another way we can do it is you click here, any part, you know, just make sure you are within, and then what you just do is to right click. That's all. Then you see a dialog box here, see a few options. You see the sort under here. You can also sort from the smallest to the largest, or sort from the largest to the smallest. And then remember that I said we are also going to clear. Now if you look at our headers, you see that there are some arrows there, and there's like a sort button which shows that the arrow is going up, right? Is going up, which means we just sorted it. Now how do we clear this so that we are not confused? Because sometimes we just want to sort to just take a glance at an information and then print it, then unfill and then unsort it, so we can continue to work on our data or our analysis. Now one way we can do it is to click here, any part, and then under this data you come to the filter. You will see clear here, right? Once I click this clear, you will notice that all this will disappear. Now I'll come here and click on clear. Now everything has disappeared. Everything has disappeared. There's nothing for us to clear anymore. Now let's move to the next one, right? See, it's that easy. The next thing we want to work on now is our filter. Our filter, and I'm also going to show us two ways to filter and also to clear. So a few things will be filtering is we'll be filtering based on job titles as a group, and then we also clear it. One thing that filter helps us is to help us achieve is to, it helps us to, you know, make certain decisions or analysis and answer the questions of how many, what is the total sales, and comparing from a department to another. It's majorly helps us to focus on what really matters, right? So we're going to be answering questions of how many and total sales per department. So filtering, if we want to filter, we'll also click any part here, right? So what we want to do first is to filter job title as a group. Now if you look at this job title, right, let us just assume that this job title is department, right? Let's just change it to department. Yeah, let's just change it to department so that it would understand the point I'm driving at. So in each department we can have same role in each department, right? For example, let's say sales department. Under sales department we can have sales officer, sales regional manager, salesperson 1, sales official 2, telemarketer, right? Well, marketing is different from sales, but telemarketing can also generate sales. I'm just trying to make sense out of a department that have almost same title, right? Or different title, but sales department. Now we under this department, now if you look at it, we have accountants, which appears here 1. Accountant appears here 2. In some organization we can have financial officer, we can have accountant, we can have cashier and the likes. They are still under the finance department. Then here we have IT support, and the likes, right? So what filter first of all we do for us, right? If we click here, right, remember that I showed us multiple job titles here, but what filter will first of all show us, right, is the unique or distinct job titles. Now it did not put a double job title here. So we have 1 single accountant, 1 single data analyst, 1 single HR IT support. Now for here, very good that we have this error. So this error now is coming from data entry. At some point when they were entering the job title, they forgot to write the R. So Excel think that project manage is different from project manager, but it's very, very clear that there's nothing like a job title that is project manage. It is project manager. So if I go back to update my project manager with R, would only have 1 distinct project manager on this list, right? So what I'm trying to say here is that first of all, filter would not give us it would not repeat the names. It will just first of all give us the distinct, right? However, now we want to filter job title as a group to answer few questions like how many. So answer questions like what's the total sales per department, right? So we're going to come here and then we're going to uncheck the select all. Now let's say we want to focus on data analyst or HR manager or IT support, or let's say sales officer. And then we click on OK. Remember, it only brought 1 as distinct. Does not mean only 1 is there. Now, when we click OK, it brings all the sales officer under the sales, right? So this way, it has answered the question, how many sales officer do we have in the department? Now, the filter ignored every other thing, did not delete. Mind you, if we clear our filter, everything returns back, right? So right now, we have 4 sales officer. And you can also, let's take for instance, this is, let's just change it to sales, right? And then we have Uche brought in 70, let's say $70. Chris brought 65, Oscar brought 72, Hannah brought 69.
From here, you can decide on what's the total sales of those in sales department, right? What's the total sales? Ignore I just want to show us something, okay? So I don't want us to think that I started entering the formula. If I want us to start with the formula, I'll let us know. Just ignore the formula. It's something we'll do. Remember, it's from beginner to intermediate first. So baby step. So we have been able to answer, the question of how many sales department how many staff or how many job titles we have in sales department, and what is their total sales, right? So now for us to clear this, two ways. We click on here, we come where the filter is, and then clear it, right? So the next thing we're going to do is, let's do another example. Let's filter based on IT support. So one thing we want to do first is to uncheck everything and then do what? Good job. And click on I think we said IT support, and then we do an OK. Right now we have 4 people also in the IT support, and then this is the total sale. Now I don't know if I mentioned we can also use it to compare, right? So it is safe to say that the IT support are even bringing more sales than the sales department, because the sales department we worked on, I really hope it was sales department that I think it was sales department we worked on. We didn't have up to 319, so it's safe to say, to analyze and say, sales department, IT support department brought in more sales than even the sales department. From there, meeting happens, decision. We want to know what the IT department are doing better than the sales department itself, and see how the organization can put this analysis to make profound decision making within the organization. Now I want us to do a practice challenge, right? So first of all, before we do the practice challenge, let me unfilter. So another way to unfilter is to come here and clear from departments, right? Or come here and clear. So today we have been able to sort and clear. We sorted based on names A to Z and Z to A. We sorted scores from the smallest to the largest, and the vice versa, and the likes. Now the practice challenges. I want us to sort our name. I have already attached this data set in the description box below, right? So what I want us to do is to sort the name column from A to Z, and also from Z to A. And if you're able to do it, comment. Also, I want us to turn on our filters and filter by specific job title. Very interesting, right? And then comment done if you have been able to do that.
Great job. Sorting and filtering help you stay organized and save time. In our next lesson, we'll be writing your first Excel formula together, step by step, with no fear. If this lesson has helped you, like the video, subscribe to continue the Excel for Beginners series. Thank you.